Happy New Year, Earthlings! Welcome to the 10th episode of ML Backstage. My name is Mars Luna,
And I'm Ethan.
and we're introducing this podcast straight from the sixth dimension. This is a music commentary podcast hosted by Holokahiki Toves, and after a one episode break, we got Kainalu Kamai back in the building. And I guess Joshua Luna too. What are the guys going to talk about today?
2022 New Year's intentions and what's next with you.
If Joshua leaks spoilers once again, I will head to planet Earth and slap him. Citizens, grab your popcorn and let's get started. Back to planet Earth we go!
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 10 of ML Backstage. Happy New Year, and I hope your holiday season was great. We're back at it again with Holokahiki Toves, and Kainalu Kamai after a one episode absence is back and not paying attention per usual. But welcome back, Nalu, and how's the holidays been for you guys? And how has the start of the new year been? Let's go with Nalu, Holo, and then me.
Oh, geez. Okay,
well, you're not paying attention. That's why.
Anyway,
what is this guy doing?
So far, same old to the new year, except me blowing out back tire, running over something, going back home from a photo shoot.
Rough.
I mean, just a sign I gotta replace all my tires again.
Hey, new year, new tires, bro. Well, how was the photo shoot though?
Oh, well, that was fun.
I know it was like your first photo shoot of the year, right?
Yeah, so it was an engagement shoot for a friend's cousin, and small thing is we all know each other to work and people and everybody else. So crazy.
And then
You know
all
how
of us,
always.
yep. Everybody knows each other.
Yep.
Just the way it goes. But yeah, new tires for Nalu this new year. Holo, how's the holidays and the new year been for you?
Holidays was good. Yeah, spending time with family. New Year though, your boy got exposed to COVID by my brother. Yeah, he's actually negative, so he went back home already. But funny story is that he went out with his friends, four of his friends, and they went out to this venue, right? And he came home, and I'm just talking story with him on the dining table. Next day, he tells me that he has COVID, and and I asked him, "Where did you get it from?" I was like, "Oh, I was just chilling with my friends, at the strip club." I'm like, "What?" It is fun, but it's crazy because one of your family members has COVID, right? But you're like, at the strip club, out of all places, you get it at the strip club,
right?
But yeah, I just had to quarantine for 5 days, and that's when Luna was visiting back home. So that first week was just chill, but actually pretty good start of the year. Yeah, nothing too crazy just yet, but it's January, and there's a trend of January being like a blowout, like making sure that you're kicked back into the new year. But we'll see what's up.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, so my new year, the holiday season, I was actually under the weather, starting from Christmas Eve. And I knew, like, as Holo mentioned, I was going to go to Hawaii in when January started. So I had to make sure I had to kind of beef up my immune system for that, and I had to make sure it wasn't COVID, and it was not, because, I had taste and smell still. It was just, winter, the holiday season was pretty much a mess in general throughout the world because of the Omarion variant, you know what I'm saying, with a mixture of the common cold and the flu and all that stuff, and it's hard to tell like who has what, you know what I'm saying? So turns out I just had like a little common cold, and I pretty much got better from Christmas Eve into New Year's, and then the first Sunday of the new year, I was still in Vegas, and I ended up singing for my church for the first time in a year. Shout out to my pastor, Nathan Naomi, because he watches the podcast. So he wanted to make sure that he got a shout out, and we got it. And first Sunday of the year, everybody was still recovering from something, and I could feel the energy in the air because it was like really, really low. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, New Year was pretty crazy. Just trying to recover from that, and I got better, and I flew to Hawaii. As you can see, I'm in a different room because we're all in the same time zone this time, and this is the first episode where we're all in the same area, but
Yeah.
but we're still zooming because it's just easier, and we got used to it this way. So yeah, the new year has been good. It's been pretty chill. It's been good being back in Hawaii and being able to see the Bradas again, and taking advantage
For sure.
taking advantage of this mid 70s degree weather with low 60s mornings. I can't explain it. Hawaii weather, it can't be topped in my opinion, except for the summertime. But anyway, this is kind of a special episode because we're officially caught up with all of Mars Luna's projects, and now that since we're in the new year, we get to talk about a lot of broader topics, I guess. And since it's January and it's a new year, we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions versus intentions. And I say resolutions and intentions because those are two entirely different things. And one of them involves like a black and white type of scenario, and the other one is more so like navigating through the gray areas. So I want to say something from the AARP that kind of describes the differences between resolutions and intentions. So the AARP says that resolutions are often focused on smaller goals, like trying to maintain good posture or exercising more or cutting down on sugar. But an intention has a broader focus and often has to do with relationships, careers, self-improvement, or a larger call to action, such as to travel. And the great philosopher Holokahiki Toves also posted something for Time magazine about nah, I'm just kidding. On his website about New Year's resolutions and intentions, where he said, a New Year's intention is basically being conscious about how you enter the year and the habits that you would like to create, and setting structure. And I thought I'd give that a shout out because I have pretty similar thoughts on that. I also want to add that New Year's intentions also create a sense of accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Accountability towards yourself, and accountability with the other people that you tell your intentions to, and making sure that those intentions lead to action. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, I want to ask you guys, what are your goals and intentions for this year?
Oh, nice.
Nalu, what are yours?
All right, since I actually wrote it down in this planner that I have.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, he's ready. He's prepared.
Yeah, I got one.
But
let's see. Well, the most important one I have right now is pay off my vehicle registration and safety because it's expired in November of last year, which is not bad. I've seen somebody driving with the 2021 this morning going surfing. So I don't know. There's a guy that I saw driving with the 11. Like, whoa, 2011.
What?
Raw, take action.
But yeah, just that. Of course, new tires, kind of small stuff, more from my side. So more photo shoots, of course. Let's see, travel. I'm actually supposed to go to Denver with my dad and my stepmom and my sister.
Oh
Next
wow.
one.
Oh
Well,
I
shoot.
mean,
If there's a lot of things going on, like my stepmom just got COVID too. So she's like
Bro.
quarantined right now. And then my dad is like trying to figure out if all the other, booster shots and stuff, because yeah, that is kind of holding us back. So we'll find out. It might just be me and my dad going instead.
Mm.
I don't know about that yet. So that's traveling. Then let's see. I'll probably just talk about a few more. So
Yeah, go for it.
more stuff for our business. So right now it's been kind of slow at our clothing stores. We have nothing new, so people don't really come. They only come when my mom posted something. That's really how. So hopefully we get more customers again. And there's so much more. Let's see. Another one is I still got to keep up with my Korean language learning. That's one. I mean, I'm still going here and there, but I think I'll slowly progress back into it again. Start learning it from my books and everything else.
Right on.
Other than that, it's just not really anything big yet. It's gonna come along the way with more stuff I can think of later on.
Yeah. I mean, as the year keeps progressing, I'm pretty sure you'll find more goals and intentions. That's cool, bro. I never saw you to be the type that actually writes stuff down. So
Making use of this planner from this, of course, K-pop stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
It was part of this album thing I got, so might as well make use of it.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah. That's what's up. Holo, what about you?
New Year's 2022 intentions, mainly finding a optimal balance between things I enjoy, such as like fitness, working out, art, photography, and actually streaming. I'm trying to find like a balance, and also blocking out time to be able to do that type of things that I enjoy. Other intentions is like if there is opportunity to collaborate with Mars Luna or other photographers or other creatives to be open to dropping that schedule or that balance to go ahead and take charge, because it is a different type of care, self-love, if we are able to express ourselves. And the last one is going through to the next 11 months is be able to check in with yourself, making sure you're accountable and making adjustments along the way, and not be like you set your New Year's intention for everything all on January. You lay it all out for the year on January. When it comes February, March, August, September, to make adjustments to that so it best fits your lifestyle.
No, I like that. That's good. It gives you, it's not like a pass or fail type thing. It gives you more grace when you make mistakes. So I like that. I like that a lot. So I think my goals and intentions are primarily like internal. So like I guess like be more adaptable, be more sociable, and like making sure that I'm my authentic self as much as I can, or amongst like different types of people, you know, because oftentimes I don't want to like scale myself down anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because like once I meet a certain group of people, and like and I find myself like having to make them feel comfortable by scaling myself back, like that's not something I'm not trying to do this year. And I've been saying this for like years to myself, like be be your raw authentic self, my guy. Like don't, but I never do it. So I'm gonna set that intention this year, and as well as um establishing like a 5-year plan, you know, with music, um with my own personal life, and what kind of you know, what kind of personal goals do I want to accomplish in 5 years. So actually writing that whole plan down, as well as um dang, I just blanked out because I had a whole list in front of me too. And just live life, honestly, because I've been kind of like the last 2 years were kind of stressful, and I let certain things stress me out. Whereas like, yeah, I have a certain direction that I want to go, but not trip if things don't work out the way I want it to go. You know, so be less controlling, and be more open to the flow of the way things are going. So I think that's one of the main ones that I wanted to main intentions and goals, as well as just simply having fun in whatever I choose to do, whether it's like whether it's something mundane, whether it's just another day, you know, another day at the office, or making music, or, you know, hanging out with your friends, or, you know, catching up with family or whatever. Make sure you're having fun doing those things. And that's kind of like, it's a lot of internal stuff that I want to focus on for 2022. So speaking of resolutions and intentions, I purposely did not mention Mars Luna in those intentions, because I'm gonna bring up a 1 cent question right now, which is, what is next for Mars Luna, and what is the plan for him moving forward? So in regards to how Mars Luna is going, I feel like he's going through a transition right now, because dark matter is done, and a whole era is about to come to a close with, you know, just making the most out of this album cycle. But as I mentioned a few episodes ago, like, if dark matter didn't go the way I wanted to go, I was really considering pulling the plug. Like, I didn't know how I would have done it, but I probably would have pulled the plug if dark matter didn't work out the way I wanted to work out. But fortunately enough, dark matter has had really good responses so far. So it gives me gives me a good incentive to keep going with Mars Luna. So Mars Luna is still gonna keep on trucking along, you know, and he's not going away yet. And one of the New Year's resolutions not resolutions, but intentions for Mars Luna is to do more shows, and to play shows specifically outside of Vegas. So be more open to performing in new markets that he may not be noticed in, you know what I'm saying? And markets like, say, LA, or markets like Phoenix, or markets like Nashville, you know what I'm saying? And all those music oriented places that you don't want to be in places that you've outgrown. So I feel like as far as where Mars Luna is with Vegas, I feel like there's a ceiling that has been reached there. And the one thing I don't want for Mars Luna is to go through the same cycle over and over again and have no results. And change is imperative. So there will also be a new version of Mars Luna, and there will be a new new everything with him. And I'm excited to see what that looks like. I am still trying to figure that out, but but I'll figure it out when the time comes. So expect more music from Mars Luna this year. A lot of like fun interlude type stuff. He's actually working on some stuff with Scott. Shout out to Scott once again.
Oh, shout out to Scott.
They've been working, and he got some cool stuff coming, and he's also working on a music video right now with the boys here for Psychopath, and they actually had their first day of filming yesterday, right? And it was pretty interesting from what I've seen. So,
oh man,
channeling all that Psychopath energy right away.
Yeah, feeding that energy.
Yeah. I saw Mars and I had a quick back and forth on Instagram about because I had this Day of the Dead shirt that I got from Harbor's Vintage for like $15. And on the Instagram story, he said he was paying homage to my ancestors. And I'm not Mexican. I'm not Mexican in the slightest. And Day of the Dead is a Mexican holiday. And then I basically said I wasn't Mexican, and he basically said that he knows me more than I know myself. So there's that. But yeah, that we'll see how that goes. And it's worked out every single time, and I have no doubt that it'll turn out great when the final product is done. So yeah, a lot of fun stuff planned for this year for Mars Luna, and I'm not really trying to work on any album right now for him, even though there is another album planned for Mars Luna. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how everything plays out for him this year. But I'm very excited. I'm very excited to hit the ground running with Mars Luna and see what he turns into. Because I'm excited to see the change, because Mars always says to embrace your odyssey and embrace the strange. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. So the closing questions that I have for this episode is, everything is centered around the new year. And since the New Year's and the holidays are the most reflective times of the year, compare your 2021 to where you are right now in January. What do you want to do differently this year? And what things about yourself do you want to change this year?
Ooh, yikes. Very, very tough.
Hitting us with another one.
We'll do the same order.
All right, let's go. I'm always first. All right, so what do I want to do differently this year? That's a very amazing question. There's so many things I could think of. It's either going to be for my photography, my business, or maybe my work, or how am I going to make money? I don't know where to start. I guess one thing I could say that I want to try something different is expand my photography in different horizons and different opportunities, as well as trying to make it get known outside of Hawaii more, because I feel there's not really much of a thing for me here for the portrait stuff that I do now, because it's oversaturated. It's already, everybody's got their own people to work with, and I feel like that side of my photography is kind of slow. It's been slow since last year. So hopefully I can try something new that will take me out of there and into bigger and better areas that maybe I might enjoy more.
Right.
Or I could have been in Korea doing it, but the virus.
Yeah, you probably would have visited like at least 3 times already. Yeah.
I know. I would have been there like every year.
And when the pandemic is over, we'll start a GoFundMe to get Kainalu to
Let's
Korea.
go. Let's
Get him
go.
to his homeland.
Okay, then what was the other?
The other question is, what things about yourself do you want to change?
Oh, geez, just way too many things. So many things I need to work on. It's all over the place. I'm kind of still all over the place, even though it doesn't look like it. If you see me in person, yes, I'm all over the place right now. But you just don't see it because I don't show it.
Yeah.
One thing I do definitely want to change about myself is, oh man, I think I gotta put some things that are really high priority first instead of my own personal types of goals and needs. I feel like that's kind of been taking over more than the important things that I got to focus on, such as, bills. I got a rent to pay for our house and the business. And of course, again, my truck is still kind of small, kind illegal. A little hard, but that's okay. Walking style. But I feel like the more important things that I need to take care of is more important than just all my stuff I do for fun and all those personal other activities that I do. But it's kind of, I'm going to have to balance it, sacrifice, make some sacrifices to do this or that. Or, for example, hey, maybe I can't go surfing today because I need to go fix my tires first.
Right.
Or I can't spend money on this concert I want to go to because I got to pay my phone bill, just like I did today. And I was like, So it's the crappiest part of adulting in a way.
Yep.
Especially when my other job is still out. So I haven't been working for about a couple weeks. So I'm kind of surviving on the business and the military side.
Yeah, I was wondering. I meant to ask about that earlier because you missed last episode because of the ghost bus, right? How did that?
We're still closed for now.
Oh. I was wondering because I was like, wait, I haven't heard anything about the ghost bus in a while.
Yeah, they only just have, you can book your tickets and that's about it.
Oh wow. Okay. But they're still running though, right?
Yeah, until further notice, no.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that sucks.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a bit for me. It's gonna change every time. It always changes.
Right. And that's also the cost of living in paradise too.
Yeah, very, very cheap, guys. Come to Hawaii. Come to Hawaii. It's cheap.
very, very cheap. Holo, what do you want to do differently this year?
Let me read these questions. What do you want to do
Read the
differently? Let me read these questions. What do you want to do differently this year? Ooh. Oh, let's see. I think what I want to do differently this year is play the long game. Like, don't worry about impressing other people. Like, go ahead and like chase your dreams. Like, today's society, it's always fast paced. You have instant gratification. You want that validation. But from what I've learned in 2021 and moving into 2022, and I want to do more of, is think about the long term, the play the long game, and have like slow progress instead of expecting progress right away, because that would instill mental fortitude, and also being able to know that what you're doing slowly is actually going to impact your future self, because you're slowly putting those reps in, and you're making sure that you're hitting on point and not like just breezing through it, like just to get it out there, you know.
Yeah.
You want to set like all your work, your ideas, all on all on the table, but you're gonna go one by one. You're picking them up but one by one, and you want to worry about anybody else, you know, thinking that, oh, he's pushing out too much content, or he is not so active. The thing is, when you're not so active, it's not like a representation of silence. There is more going on behind the scenes.
Right.
So I think playing the long game, going into the new year is what I want to do. Like, I think that is the thing, like just pushing it out slowly, just giving breadcrumbs, because people are going, you're gonna know who's gonna be loyal and who's gonna stay for
Facts.
what is that you are making, or how authentic you are. They're gonna stay, and they're gonna watch it unfold. And I think
Facts.
that's what I love. Yeah.
Hey,
Separate.
embracing your odyssey, right?
Right.
Emphasis on your odyssey, not anybody else's, but yours.
Not anybody else. Yeah. It's all
Feel
you.
me.
Oh, things about myself. You know, I had it in my head, and now I don't know what to answer with. Oh, things I want to change this year about myself. Oh, really?
If there's nothing you want to change, that means you're on the right path, bro.
Oh, wow.
You know, because right now I'm enjoying fitness. I'm slowly getting back into doing art, creative art, streaming, which is a new thing. And I think and actually eating healthy as well. But nothing else that I want to change right now, like in January.
Right.
Yeah. The only thing is, that I'm looking. If you know what I mean, I'm looking.
Yeah. No.
That's the
Yeah.
thing I'm trying to
I
change
feel
right now.
Yeah, for sure. Same thing you said last time, bro. I get it. I got it.
Nothing else, like nothing that pops out to me other than, what I said earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, bro.
Yeah. Ask that question in maybe 6 months and I'll get your answer.
Yeah. That kind of means that 2021 was a pretty good year for you. And, you're kind of just building on that, building on the momentum that you built last year. So that's cool, bro. I think what I want to do differently this year is I want to put myself in a position where there's stability. You know what I'm saying? Because like, especially living in such a transient city such as Vegas, everything changes in the blink of an eye. So like, I'm at a point now where I'm not surprised if anything, if anything stays the same for a sustained amount of time. And that's like one of the things I'm searching for, or that's one of the things I want. Yeah, and I said earlier that I want to, go with the flow, but also not go through the motions either. So now that I think about it, like last year, there were some, like I said before, there were some really high moments, but the lows were really, really low. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't really all that alive last year. I felt not dead, but I just didn't feel alive. Like I was just kind of like, going through life and just trying to get by, and I did get by, but I just want to develop better habits, develop better disciplines, and put myself in a position where I can flourish in all the areas of my life, with Mars Luna, with my own personal life, with my relational life, in platonic and romantic life. You know what I'm saying? So, that's kind of one of the main things I want to do differently this year. A lot of the stuff I want to do differently, have the things that I want to do differently are very internal and not external. And because the external things are things that you can't really control sometimes. And a lot of the things that that happen to you, they just happen sometimes, mm-hmm. And you kind of just got to process these things as they come. So yeah, stability and putting myself in a position to flourish in all areas of life. And what things about myself do I want to change this year? The main thing that I want to change about myself this year is being less stubborn and being more willing to ask for help, and remove all the trust issues and trust barriers that I have in my life. Because I realized that, asking people for help, especially people that you trust for help, is not a sign of weakness. It actually develops relationships. It also helps people know that, okay, like this dude ain't trying to, like, he's not too good for whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because, we're not meant to go through life alone. And I admit that I've tried to kind of like, be like, nah, I get him. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I got this. Like, I'm going to try to do this on my own. I'm going to try to figure this out on my own. And like, that's a habit that I'm trying to get rid of this year, is to be more open to asking people for help, asking people for advice, instead of trying to figure it all out by myself. So, and once I do that, like, all the relationships and stuff will be better. They won't be at a superficial level anymore. They won't be, once you allow people in and break, to go over the walls that I've set for myself, then, I'll be set free, and my future generations will be set free too. So yeah, that's the main thing I want to change about myself. And also, like, not just for everybody out here that's listening and watching, asking for help does not make you look stupid. It actually resembles humility, and it resembles actual strength. So don't be afraid to ask for help. and I'm also saying that for myself. So, in closing, thank you to Nalu and Holo for joining per usual. It's always a blast doing these episodes, and I'm excited to see what other topics will come up while we're doing these interlude seasons for Mars Luna right now. And thank you to everybody that's been listening and watching. We really appreciate all the feedback that I've been getting personally from this, and it's been pretty cool. We're still rookies at this, so we're getting better, hopefully each time. And yeah, so plug in your social media, your websites, or anything else that you want to plug in. So Nalu.
Okay, let me show
Looks like he's writing down something.
Yeah, he's writing on social media. Oh, now you're on iOS. Not the iOS version.
Updated.
You can see it right
Nalu Mon
there.
Photography. Right on the iPad.
Show some preview. Oh, I don't know if you can see it.
There's too much heat. Too much heat. There we go.
Perfect. So kind of see small kind preview.
Yeah.
Small kind preview.
For those listening and watching right now, Nalu is showing us his Instagram feed at Nalu Mon Photography.
Just like that.
On his iPad.
On the iPad.
On updated iOS.
Right there. That was Twitter right here.
And
not the Twitter.
All the K-pop stuff, so you can see me post K-pop stuff.
And Twitter, you can follow Kainalu at Hawaiian Oppa. Hawaiian OPPA. Did I spell that correct?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we go. That's about it.
There you go. And Holo,
So I don't have an iPad to show my Instagram. But I have a website. You guys can follow me on that. It is Holokahiki Toves, Holokahiki Toves at .co. I'm forgetting my address already. And Instagram is Holokahiki Toves. On Instagram,
just posted your first post in over 2 years.
My first post. So probably second post will be in another 2 years. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, if you guys feel free, check my website and come over and check my Instagram.
Yeah, you can follow me at Luna B Joshua. That's pretty much the only social media that I have for my own personal stuff. You can follow Mars Luna at It's Mars Luna on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can check out his website at itsmarsluna.com. And you can follow Mars Luna on Spotify and Apple Music for any music related stuff. You can follow him there. And yeah, this is a new season, I suppose, of ML Backstage. Since all the projects, Mars Luna projects are done for now. So yeah, stay tuned for the next month's episode, and hope you all have a great new year, and hope 2022 goes well for you. Nalu, what are you doing? Nalu had an additional promo. Hey, what was that? What was the brand, bro? What was the brand?
So bring it out again. Bring it out again.
Bring it out again.
Kaimana Jerky for the
Kaimana
awesome.
Jerky.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up.
You get salmon, ahi. Oh, that's major.
Salmon jerky. Salmon jerky. I'll plug their Instagram too. Just in case you need your outdoor snack. That's the one.
Some protein fish gains. That's all you got.
Protein fish gains.
Oh my gosh.
Stay hungry during the podcast. Yeah.
Shoot. All right. But yeah, hope you all have a great rest of the new year, and hopefully this pandemic slows down so everybody can live their lives, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, like stay tuned for next month's episode, and stay tuned for the Psychopath music video coming out sometime in the spring. And as the three of us continue to plan this stuff out, and subscribe to ML Backstage on YouTube. Almost forgot. Yeah, I was all rusty. Forgive me. Subscribe to ML Backstage on YouTube, and you can follow ML Backstage on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Anchor. And hope you all have a great rest of the month and New Year.
Yeah, you.
Whoop.
Joshua Luna, you are the absolute harbinger of fake news. I am so close to kicking him off the panel, Ethan.
I'm sure you know how unwise of an idea that would be.
Whatever. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of the ML Backstage podcast. If you liked what you heard, follow us on Spotify and Anchor, and subscribe to us on Apple and YouTube at ML Backstage. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at It's Mars Luna. You can find all my music on Spotify and Apple Music, and on my website at itsmarsluna.com. Dark Matter is out now, so go stream the album on Spotify and Apple Music. Thank you all for watching and listening. Stay tuned for next month's episode.